Multi-round, round one.
This is Generation Stadia, giving you your daily dose of everything and anything Stadia related. And today's video is gonna be something new, and I kind of want your feedback on it, but I also want your cooperation with it. As we all know, Stadia as a platform has some very unique benefits, and I thought it would be a neat idea to build your dream game with Stadia's technology in mind. So we'll start with one genre here, but based on the feedback I received, maybe we'll start tackling other genres if it's enjoyed. So for the first genre, let's choose horror. It's frankly not a genre I play too much, but I have to say it's undeniably one of the most intense if you enjoy it. Based off recent memory, there's been a few good releases. Let's think about The Blair Witch, Dead by Daylight, and who could ever forget the PT demo. But what could Stadia really do to bring up that horror factor and that sense of dread you get when you're being chased? And to that, my answer will be AI. So as some of you may know, Google's parent company Alphabet actually does own DeepMind. And the quick rundown on DeepMind is that it's a company that focuses purely on artificial intelligence. Back in 2017, AlphaGo was created to beat the best human player at the board game Go. To show you just how complex Go is, take a look at these numbers for chess and checkers. This shows you how many possible outcomes a game can have. But now, take a look at the number for Go. As you can see, there's a lot of complexity to the game, but back in 2017, AlphaGo did beat the best player in the world. Now that's huge news, but let's fast forward to 2019, and DeepMind's new revision Alpha Star faced Team Liquid's TLO and Mana in StarCraft 2. Alpha Star took home 10 out of the 11 games played, and not only that, but it really impressed on how human-like its actions were. Now I know you may be wondering, well, what does that have to do with a horror game? Well, it has to do with this video I found the other day because honestly speaking, it's what brought the idea to my head. You should be seeing a portion of it on the screen right now, but I do encourage you to watch the full video, which I'll link in the description below. To give you the quick rundown, it's two pairs of AI, and it's a game of hide and seek. Now in this scenario, the AI is learning and reacting to one another, but as previously shown, you can see that AI can also react and learn from human players, be it Go or StarCraft. Now let's take this same concept of hide and seek, but with a bit more of a horrific twist. Now the way I envision it would be as a cooperative experience that you can play with your friends against one single AI machine learning unit. Now for this to make sense, it would have to be randomly generated levels and they would all have to be indoor spaces. As a player, I believe you should have the ability to hide in cupboards or under furniture, but I also think an important ability for you to have would be to barricade certain rooms. I also believe that you should be able to cooperate with your teammates to set up traps that could delay the AI chasing you down. With that said, since this is a horror game, I feel like you shouldn't actually be able to hurt or defeat the AI unit. I feel like that really takes away the horror aspect. Speaking of the AI unit, I envision it something very close to what Mr. X is in Resident Evil 2. It should be an omnipresent being that's just constantly searching, trying to hunt you down. And in terms of what the AI can do other than pursue you, I think it should be able to break barricades over time, and also break through certain walls and floors. And that's where I think machine learning would really add a lot to the experience. Imagine it learning how players barricade themselves in, and then choosing to go upstairs and break through the floor instead, as it's a quicker option than trying to get through the barricade. And as you advance further, let the AI learn how it is that you hide. Could you imagine if the AI starts predicting the type of rooms you typically barricade and starts hiding within them before you even get there? It really would cause a sense of dread like no other. Just the thought of an AI being trained on how to chase you down is a scary thought to begin with. But for it to start learning how you move around certain areas or how you react to certain situations, that's a whole other level of fear. Now as a player, your main objective is going to be to get out of whatever building you're trapped in. And as stated earlier, every time you load in, it'll be a randomly generated environment, such as a mansion, a hospital, or any other creepy location. Now obviously it can't be as easy as finding the exit door and then walking out. There needs to be side objectives that need to be completed before that. Along with that, I feel like you should have a good reason to barricade a room in the first place. And this is where my idea kinda needs some work, because I envision it working somewhat similar to the generators in Dead by Daylight, but I also don't think they should be that plain and simple. So if you don't know, the generators in Dead by Daylight serve the purpose of opening up the exit. And to do so, you need to power up each generator by activating a minigame in which you have to time button presses, and if failed, it will make a sound. This then alerts your position and allows the killer to come and find you. Now this mechanic would work here, but personally I think it's just a little too repetitive and not very fun. I think it would be cool if it needed to have some sort of cooperation involved. The players trying to escape need to separate into either groups or individually into separate rooms. Maybe some rooms will have the key to open one of the locks on the exit door. Sometimes it'll be as easy as finding it, and other times you'll need to work with a partner to figure out how to open a vault containing the key. Now, anytime you need to rely on a teammate to actually help you out online, especially with randoms, it's typically a problem. But in this case, you can use a Stadia feature like Stream Connect and streamline the process so not even a word needs to be said. So whenever you find a clue or a vault leading to a key, you can press a button and everyone in your game will get a picture-in-picture view of what you just found. Now I'm not sure if this is possible, but if you could build Stream Connect into the game and give every player a mobile device to send video feed through, it would be absolutely amazing. Now truth be told, I'm just thinking about this on the spot, and I really do think if the game falls apart, it would be for this reason. So if you can think of a good reason a player should barricade themselves inside a room that progresses toward the main objective of getting out of the environment, do let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear what you can come up with. So let's give this a quick overview one last time before we wrap it up. My ideal Stadia horror game would be using the cloud for AI computing and artificial intelligence to learn based on how humans play. Players will be tasked with having to escape a randomly generated environment where they're constantly being chased by an ever omnipresent AI evil. As a player, you'd be able to hide, barricade, and set up traps with partners to slow down the evil that's chasing you. In order to escape through the exit, you'd need to be doing some side objectives like finding keys to unlock the locks attached to the door. Now, as you start the game, it'll begin easy with the AI only having the ability to chase you down, break through barricades, but as you play, it'll start learning that it can break through certain walls, floors, and even hide in rooms itself. Now, as a player, some keys may be easily obtainable, while others you may have to cooperate with a teammate for. In this case, it would be amazing to see a Stadia exclusive feature like Stream Connect come into play. That would help solve the issue of barriers such as voice communication not being available. On top of that, state share could then be used to share the randomly generated levels if you ever find one level that's particularly interesting. Now that's my personal idea of what would make a very cool horror game that can only be done with Stadia exclusive technology in hand. In this case, the AI component of Stadia being the most important. Just the thought of AI being trained to hunt you down in a particular situation is scary to begin with, but on top of that, it would feel absolutely satisfying to know you outsmarted it. But that's just my idea of what my dream Stadia horror game would be, and I'm very interested to hear what you could come up with, so let me know in the comments section below. Now that pretty much sums up this video, so if you enjoyed it, do hit that like button, and if you want more videos like this, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell below. Now I am looking for feedback on what you think of this type of video. Frankly speaking, it's fairly different from anything I've posted on the channel, but I wanted to give it a shot anyways. The truth is that I'm very excited for all the potential Stadia has to improve and change genres going forward. And I thought it would be a neat way to bring up the discussion, so I do hope to see some of you get involved either in the comment section below or on Discord. The Discord link will be in the description below, as well as the pinned comment of this video, and along with that, I'll also attach my Twitter and now Instagram. Anyways, this has been Generation Stadia, giving you your daily dose of everything and anything Stadia related. And until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds. Peace.